so that we're not attached to all these concepts that are blown into our ears and into our eyes and into our mouth sometimes too. Nobody blows anything into our nose as such. But that's our senses, because people blow things into us. And we let them blow things into us. And then we become them. And then they blow new things into us, and then we become them. So really think about what it means when people say, speak your truth. And how you express it. And where does that expression come from? Now, the other concept that's being, before I move forward, maybe somebody would like to say something to that.
Are you moving on to the next concept, or are you still looking at it?
I want to move to the next one.
Okay, so, because I have some things to say about the culture thing as well.
I beg your pardon, sorry.
Well, it's totally cool. So, as Taz and I were talking about truth and whether or not we live our truth, we started to come up with some, interesting things. And one of the things that we came up with was a term that we called chameleonization. And basically, chameleonization is exactly that, chameleon and adapting and changing based on who you're with, And to live our truth would be to be constant no matter who you're with, no matter where you go. You are going to always be expressing the same individual, irregardless of what people are going to think about you, what people are going to say about you. But so many people are more comfortable to be chameleons. And when we were speaking about chameleonization, we were thinking, why is it that we do that? Why is it that we want to constantly, or why is it that we constantly go to that place where we're going to change and get rid of our truth based on who we're with, what they're about, what they'll think? Is it because we're fearful or too weak to constantly be our truth?
Well, some people do it to try to fit in.
Right.
To different circles.
And why is it that we care to fit in? We can fit in with other circles when we're our truth. If I come into a room and I'm going to be this way, and I'm going to say, I have a partner, I'm gay, and some people might want to say, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to just put a show on for you and be different. That's my truth. And there are circles out there that will totally 100% be okay with your truth. So if I don't fit into this room, there's probably room B down the hall that I do, and that's fine. That's fine if I don't fit into this room. But for me, it's too much work to constantly adapt and change based on who is surrounding you. So people can't accept you for your truth, then are those the people that you need to have around?
But is it so much the people that they're trying to fit into that circle with, or is it the person who is trying to, looking to change, is lacking a lot of self-confidence and just needs to be themselves, as opposed to, is that the circle of friends you really want? Because there may be nothing wrong with that circle of friends who will accept any one of us, but Jane Doe or John Doe is trying to change to fit into that circle. I think Jane Doe or John Doe first needs to look at themselves, because they're assuming that they need to change to go into that circle. And I think the change starts inside first, not looking at the circle saying, are those the true friends for?
Right. And so if this individual is thinking that they have to change, is that, are you saying that is the chameleonization thing that I brought up? Like they're changing in order to, have the individuals, you know, who are there accept them.
Unless that circle of friends has told them you have to change to be in our circle, then they're assuming they have to change. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Am I making sense?
No, totally, totally. But that's the very point. Like, people are always assuming that they have to change and, you know, and change their truth.
Yeah.
Based on these assumptions. You know, based on, you know, you go to a cocktail party with people who are very affluent, you might think, I cannot just speak colloquially right now. I have to come up with the best vocabulary in order to, and that might not be your truth. I know you are living your truth. Okay. So I applaud you, and trust me, it's true. You know everything about Charlene just by being in the same room with her for 5 hours. What you see is everything that you get. What are you going to say?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? And if people don't accept that, that's fine, because there's others that do. And I have to continue to live my life. I don't want to go to the grave thinking that my life was a lie. There's 6 billion people on the planet. How am I going to have everyone accept everything that there is about me and my truth? When truth is perception. If your perception and your truth is different from mine, why am I going to displace mine just to fit in with yours? What do you say?
Well, I took a course in conflict studies, and one of the concepts they talked about was unity in school. When people hang around together, it's something that just kind of happens.
Right.
So it's just the reason for it was not discussed, but it does actually happen.
Yes. Yeah. And that example that I gave about, like, you know, the affluent cocktail party, et cetera, is and you're speaking a different way of, you know, as opposed to colloquially speaking, like, and you're absolutely right, like, that is what happens. You know, you go into another setting and there is going to be some mimicry, but there's still truth that people will totally, you know, like, put a veneer over so that certain people don't have a problem with their truth or don't see past, you know, the mask. Like, I don't want to let people in past the mask, you know. But yeah, I mean, that example that I used wasn't necessarily the correct one, because I do agree with you. There is mimicry involved. You know, you go to a different setting, and you're swept up in the crowd, and you become. And that's not to say that that's not your truth. That can be another aspect of your truth. You know what I mean? That's exactly right, because we're so multifaceted as human beings. We're not just one way. You know, but you generally can feel when you're not being your truth. You generally feel that in your voice saying, like, okay, you're lying right now, not just to yourself and everybody else. You know? So, a very, very good point. Absolutely. Do you want to go to your next point?
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Bill of goods. What's the bill of goods?
Crap we sell ourselves.
Sorry.
It's the crap we sell ourselves.
There you go. And the crap we sell ourselves, and one of the biggest concepts about self-development is we need to take things out of us. And I use the analogy of a garbage bin forever and ever. I use that analogy for, I think, 15 years or 12 years. But you know, we're like bins, and from the time we were born, people put their shit in us, and then suddenly we arrive at a point, and then there's trauma or something, and then we need to start peeling the layers, and then we need to start taking things out of us. Has anyone ever seen anything come out of us except for pee, shit, vomit if you're not feeling well? What else comes out? Blood if you cut yourself? Sweat? Tears? What else comes out of us?
Anger.
Breath? Anger?
Yeah.
Reactions? Yes. Yes, but this is all stuff that comes out. What actually physically comes out of us?
Diarrhea.
Words and anger and all that.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea, yeah. Shit, yes. Absolutely.
Mucus.
Mucus, okay, great. What else comes out of us?
Toxins and common rashes.
Thank you, okay. Concrete, we're talking about what we can we know comes out of our bodies, yeah?
You say spit?
Spit, saliva, great.
Nails.
Nails,
Nails.
okay. Hair, okay.
Hair.
This is stuff that comes out. But can we actually take an experience out of ourselves? Can you take out an experience? Can you say, this did not happen to me? Yeah, if you believe it strongly enough, you can say it didn't happen. But can you actually take, for example, Jason's going through his experience. Can Jason actually take that experience and take it out of him? We can't take out experiences. So the bill of goods we're sold is you need to take things out. That you need to let go of stuff. How do you let go of stuff? You can't let it go because it's part of you. It's inside. There's no way. If I want to break this wall, I'm going to have to make the wall come down. I can't take out little pieces of cement and break from it because it's a wall, as we are who we are. So how can we take things out of us?
Expressing?
But that's still not taking it out. You can't give it out. It's part of you. All you can do with your experiences is let them be. You just let them be because you can't take them out. You can change your attitude towards them, oh yeah. You can change your perception because your attitude and your perception is two different things. You can change that. But you can't let something out of your system. You can't take it out. So if you take all the sum of your experiences and let them just be, and let them be there because they're not there anymore. They're there, you're here. How would that work?
But we learn from our experiences. We learn from past experiences.
Absolutely.
Which brings me full circle to something you said in the beginning, which is memory. You said we don't need. What did you say? I can't remember what you said. I didn't have enough coffee that time. There was something you said regarding memory. We don't need
Don't
the.
serve us. Don't serve you. Don't serve us.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like a
but,
dog running up
so, but part of our memory is past experiences that we learn from our experiences.
But we've learned it already. Why do we need to go back there? We've already learned here. We've learned it. We've experienced it. We've already got it. So why do we need to go back there?
It's no different than having a book, and you sometimes have to go back into the book to recall, you know, a particular
Yeah, but some
something.
people
But
think it's
to
a
recall it? No.
But that's a
Just
book.
even though-
A book is different. A book is a reference. Your life is yours. It's always with you. You're carrying it.
Yeah, but
It's
you're
not-
not conscious of it, so.
You're not conscious of the fact that you're carrying it.
Right.
But you are.
I know, but that's why we might have to go back there.
And when you go back, does it help you?
As a mother, let me ask you something. As a mother, have
Please.
you ever said to your child, do you remember what happened the last time you touched that toaster? You're asking the child to go back and remember what happened the last time they touched the hot oven, toaster, etc. It's to recall that memory of what happened the last time they burnt their finger.
They know for sure, they got burned.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah.
that's, you know. in
That's
order
as a
to-
child. As an adult, I don't say that to my kid.
No, but
As a child, children need guidance. Children are not capable of taking care of themselves. That's why as parents, we have to guide them. We guide them. We screw them up because then they have to go for therapy after that. And we teach them all the things that we have learned that we're trying to unlearn, right? So then we create this schizophrenic society and we deny all various aspects of ourselves. So it is what it is. And with children, really, they do need our help because they're not capable of taking care of themselves. So with children, it's another story. We could actually develop